Dealing with disappointment in dating and relating. It's a thing. A lot of women feel disappointed, discouraged in dating, especially online dating. Dating now is truly harder than ever. I don't think that's hyperbole. The world has changed, dating has changed. So it's not you when you think, oh my goodness, I can't go on another date. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm burnt out on dating. I hear a lot. Online doesn't work. All these discouraging statements that I hear about women being disappointed in dating. And so we want to reframe that. And when you do, you will feel differently about it. I think if you stay till the end of this and you hear what I have to say about dating, you can renew your hope in it and your verve for it, get it back if you haven't had it in a while, if you've lost it. I think it's a really important thing to do. I want to just check and see if we have some people lined up to come on tonight. Let's see if they do, because I want to take their questions like I do for you live. You're actually talking to us, and you hear them and me, and I get to give better, more full answers, and we get a more full experience from it. So before I go on, if you're new here and you're just running across me, who am I to talk about this? I'm Coach Paula Grooms, a dating and relationship coach for women, social worker, and author of the book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One. I coach you to find a Mr. Right, get an ex back, or grow an existing relationship with a man you truly desire to create the relationship of your dreams so you level up to the complete commitment you totally deserve. So, if anyone is here tonight, say hello, because truth be told, I don't see anyone here until you make a comment, and I won't even know you're here. So, say hi if you're here tonight, what you want to most know about dating, any relationship issues. We have Q&A always. And hi. Thank you for doing that. Hello. Lovely to see you. Great to see you. I love the highs. Thank you so much. And don't forget to put a like on this video if you would, because that helps it get out to more people, even live, which is great. Because I want to help as many people as possible. Hey, good to see you. Great. Nice. Wonderful. Thank you for that. That gives me a lot of love. Thanks. Right away, we're getting questions. How can I slow the pace for dating online? A lot of men like to move fast. And that is a great question, Angel. And we're going to get to that. Because here's the main thing. We have to reframe dating as something that isn't, I believe, what we've kind of thought of it to be. And this can be a bit of a challenge, something new for you to think about. But what can happen is we can look at dating as something that we should like doing. And many times, if it's something we feel like we should like it, it should feel good. It should feel fun. I should feel like it. That can actually work to your disadvantage. You really want to think about it as something, as the woman, you just must do in order to get the fun and the thing you really want, which is a relationship. I make a kind of a joke in a sense. I love online dating, said no woman ever. Online can be seen as its own unique kind of icky dating experience. And again, if you reframe it as simply a necessary thing you must do, even if you don't love it, you can decide to like it. And certainly I know this, when you meet somebody you do like, then you're kind of excited about it. But it's like anything else we do because it's good for us and it works for us. Like, for example, working out. Yeah, maybe we don't really feel like it. We don't love it necessarily, but we do it because it works in our favor. And I think so many people think, well, I should feel like it. I should be excited about it. I should want to date. And if you reframe it that, no, you don't have to. Mm-mm. Because you as a woman are dating for, most specifically, to find the one to find a relationship. Well, men don't date for that reason, and that may surprise you. But studies have shown men date for one reason only. And this was an enormous study. I mean, thousands. Men date for one reason only, and that is for the potential to have short-term sexual experiences. Those two things are at odds, you see, but it's our art, how we do it, that actually leads him down the road of something that actually is really fulfilling for him. So you can almost think of, for the man, dating is the junk food. But when he meets you, you guide him to wanting more of a full meal that's nourishing. But make no mistake, you don't have to want to. You just have to do, because that is the way from time immemorial people have gotten together. Do you get that you want to reframe it as something that you want to just make part of your life, as something you do? And I like the idea of, okay, I'll go on a date once a week if you don't have anybody in your life. And if that's all your life can handle, kind of like going to the gym once a week's better than not going at all, right? Because it's the potential, because you're only looking for one. This is what I tell people all the time. They don't like dating. They don't want to do, I don't believe that online dating is a numbers game. I want you to do the only the number of dates that are required for you to meet somebody that is going to be of real potential. And I want to get to your question, Angel, about the pace of dating. A lot of men like to move fast. This is what it is for the man. You have to know that. You have to know, and that's a good question, how you can slow the pace, because it is up to you to slow the pace, because he's dating for one reason, the potential to have sex with you. And he's going to be all in and seriously and the most interested he's going to be in the beginning, before he's had sex with you. And he'll go from 0 to 60 uh, like a race car, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. You have to be the one, as the woman, to pace it. You've likely heard me say on many of my videos, you're the pace car in the race around the track. You are the pace car. How do you do that? You can show interest, but you're standing in your value of, and you don't have to say much, you just have to do it. So if you give me an idea of, like, for example, how do I slow the pace? Meaning, okay, here's what a lot of women say happens, and I know it happened to me all the time. So when he's interested in you, immediately, like, you haven't said anything about getting together again or whatever. It could even be the first meeting, and he's already futuring it. Oh, well, when we do this together, or when we do that together. I'm sure you've all had that experience. Normal for the man. You can let him say it. You don't have to say, sure, okay, yes. No, you just show him, maybe, we'll see. Oh, that might be nice. Or you just let him talk. But you don't agree to anything. And you don't want to go at his pace, because the minute you pick up the pace and you go at his, it can go askew, and he can then go down in interest. You've likely noticed that too. In other words, there's like a sweet spot you have to hit. And I don't go by the 3-date rule, like you have sex on the third date. That's been a thing for a long time. Hopefully that's, kind of waning, because you want to have him really start to fall. That's going to be your best possibility. Here's the thing that can happen. Because of the mismatch of what you're dating for and the agendas, you can almost feel the pressure of him wanting to get to sex. And you don't want to give in to that. But especially if you're feeling also, you feel chemistry and you like that as well, you have to put the kibosh on it a little bit to show him you are in Madonna category. The longer you prolong it and don't have sex, the more he can become truly interested. But if he shows you immediately that he's not gonna wait, that means he's not interested in a relationship, first and foremost, maybe at all, or maybe it's just not interested in a relationship with you. So it's a bit of an art to slow the pace. Just knowing that you have to a bit, Angel, is gonna help you. You do have to, but it's normal for them to jump in head first. We go to the edge of the water and dip our toe in to see how it feels. Men typically don't do that. They throw the towel down on the beach and run in. Right? Just do. Male, female. You got to reframe it that it's something you do, like working out, to get, and she's saying, you get a return on your investment of time. With dating, I feel like I'm throwing good money after bad. Well, you see, that's just how you're framing it. It's like going to the gym. You're trying a new machine, workout, different type of, if you've done only an aerobics class, you're taking Pilates or whatever, to see if it's for you and if you like it. You maybe, and that's about, you're saying, I feel like I'm throwing good money after bad. Tell me more about that, because if you don't reframe this, you're staying in the mindset of, I don't like this, it's not fun, I don't want to do it. It's simply a necessary thing to potentially get you what it is that you're looking for. In other words, if there were another way, we would do it. There isn't. I typically say, totally agree, it's the framing. I agree with everything you've taught me. I just can't hold the frame anymore. It's been too long not getting anywhere. Okay, so what are the affirmations? What are you telling yourself? Because you see, if I told you you're just one guy away, perhaps. In other words, the next one you meet could be the last one ever. Here, I think, is what's happening. If you have that mindset and then it's not, you're feeling exhausted by the process. So you're feeling like it should be something that gives dividends after a certain amount of time. And we never know when the dividends are going to appear. Yes, so exhausted. So it is a disappointment with, here's where you have to separate. I'm hearing you're disappointed that you don't have someone and you must still date. That's very different than being exhausted with dating. Now, you could say it's semantics, but it's really not. Think about it. In other words, you're not happy not having someone. In other words, that you no longer date and you have someone. That's really what you are disappointed in. Am I right about that? In other words, it's not the dating. Do you know what I mean? It's not really the dating, it's the not having someone, and they are two different things. It's something for you to consider because it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy when we like it's just going to be another one of those, meetings or dates or what have you. Also, you see, here's another thing. Connection and finding that somebody is so special. If it weren't, it would be a very weird world. We'd be like animals in a sense. In other words, you're walking your doggy and there's another dog and they sniff each other's butts and then they play and roughhouse and it's puppy porn all over the grass, right? We're so much higher on the rung. You want it to be something special. I'm not sure anymore. I feel content, and when I come home from dates, I wish I would have just stayed home, as it would have been a better use of my time. Okay, that you must reframe. It's not a better use of your time. It's only a better use of your time if you don't want to find someone. In other words, it's only a better use of your time to stay home from the gym if you don't want to be fit 5 years from now. In other words, we typically don't put the correlation of working out with immediate results. But think of it, that's really what we're doing with dating. I went on this and he's not the one, so I'll feel disappointed and that I shouldn't have done it. Mm-mm. It's just think of it as dots on a line. All the dots are leading to the one, but you got to be Ms. Pac-Man and go through the dots. And then the last one is a do 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 do. You see what I mean? And you go on to the next screen. I want to get married, buy land, and I want my husband to build me a chicken coop so I can get some hens, and I want him to help me start my garden. Okay. So because of this, I have to continue with that, and then I'll come to Paige, who has been waiting online patiently. So because of this, I have to date. Oh, I see. You're just saying because of this, I have to date. Okay. I want to get married, buy land, and I want my husband to build me a chicken coop so I can get some hens, and I want him to help me start my garden. Well, I think you want, see, I was expecting, so because of this, I have to date men who will appreciate my way of thinking, my love of uh, gardening and the fact that I love chickens and I want hens and fresh eggs. And so he's going to have to be somebody who appreciates that. And I say, know thyself and go to where people like thyself would go. People ask me, well, where are the best, really where are the best places to meet men? I mean, you certainly can meet them anywhere, but men tend to be most open to it in certain places. It's why, like in my courses, I put my Nick's best thing to online dating, because if you're into any sport at all, that will be helpful. Go and watch it at a nice bar restaurant where you can sit there and be interested and show that interest in it and really know it and be able to discuss it. Other things, real estate seminars and conferences of any business type that you could perhaps attend. investment seminars. Men are going to outnumber women there. Um, but for TNC with the land and the gardening, um, maybe I don't know where you live, but what's the new app with the farmers? Um, Maybe that would be one to look at. I really hate to be negative, but it's really difficult for me to even meet anyone, let alone get a date. I think because I've been ultra feminine nowadays, the men can't handle that. I don't know what you mean by that, but that's an assumption I would like to disavow of. Thanks, I need to date more intentional. I love that word. Yes, it's not just dating. And the reason why I have in my One Love course, I have, it's to me very important for you to do this, um, is to, and I'll show you here. One Love is over here. It's a self-help course. Just click on that and it'll give you all the information. Did I share that? No. You see right here, the One Love course, which is coachpaulagrooms.com, right over here, 7 simple steps to digital dating success. It's very important that you be intentional, but the steps before you meet someone, all bets are off in terms of how you guide him to what you know is going to be best. You got to have that first phone call. You got to set it up that he's the most interested. You have to vet that man on that call and decide right then and there if this is somebody like the other writer said, somebody that you are going to take your time to do. And again, with and Christina, once a week. Don't do any more than that. Also, we have to know ourselves. There are going to be some people who a gal who will, like, she'll be fine going out 4 times a week because she's just that kind of social person. It's the kind of person that when they're around people, they get filled. There are other people, when we're around people, we get drained. So we have to be very careful and really just commit to, I'm not going to do this more than once a week, if that's you, right? But vetting the man through that phone call before you ever go and meet is, and we've done other ones on that. The why of that is twofold, has to do with you and him. Because if you just go meeting from texting or going back and forth on the app without that phone call, you've already lowered your value in his eyes. And that's not going to help you. But I mean, I didn't put any energy to any of them. I left the door open for the one guy I was interested in, and he only wants to know when I'm going hiking again. Yeah, he's not ready. The thing with the car showed me he's not ready. He doesn't find himself worthy of you yet. And he's only going to feel that way if he has the car to take you out and that kind of thing. You can't change that. You could try, like we said in the last live, by what you say, but that's just where he is. But what you're, this assumption, I think because I've been ultra feminine, the man can't handle that. I don't know what you mean by they can't handle it. You still have to be directive with the steps with online, meaning how you direct him to that phone call and how you do the first phone call. And that phone call is you scale him right then and there, whether or not you will go on that date. And we should do a whole live just on those first 2 steps because they are so important and the wording is so important. It's in the One Love course. If you haven't gotten it, do that because it gives you the wording in there. It's very important to be doing it. It's really a must. I've not found anything more helpful for my clients to get to good first real dates, also where you go on that first meeting, the time of day and night, right? We do that. Very, very important. Okay. So I want to take any other questions here and then get to Paige, who is online. But the reframing is an absolute must. You're not going to feel like it or want to. I understand what you're saying. Perhaps I don't want a partner anymore. I think need to reevaluate what I want. I don't feel lonely or that I need anyone. Okay. So what is it that will fill you now? There's been something inside you that you felt maybe it's not like you need a partner, but maybe you're just feeling, okay, well, life is better with, and I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, then here's an affirmation that's, I say now before every call because it's very, very important for us to embrace, embody, and certainly set up for yourself. There is no urgency, worry, lack, limitation, or need. I live divinely in my manifestation. Therefore, it is making its most expedient way to me. There might be a programmed belief that I should be with someone. That could happen. It could be that I just would know that I'd like to have a partner. You don't need anyone for sure. That's the best place to be. And you don't want to settle for anything that you don't like. I'm not sure. That's a good question. If that affirmation is Florence Scovel Shinn, I don't know where I got the first part of it. The second part of it, I added. But the first, there is no urgency, worry, lack, limitation, or need. I morphed a couple of those together, and I'm not sure. Reframing too. Here's another affirmation, ladies, to take away. So, for example, pick the amount of time you want to spend. And I don't care if it's once a month. Once a month. In other words, like online, I'd rather if you were going to meet men this year, I'd rather you meet one real potential a month. And even if you did that, it would be 12 potential guys. Depending on where you live and the parameters of what you're looking for, that could be a lot. I'd absolutely do that once a month or go to something social once a month. Then force yourself to do something more than that if that's going to drain you or you don't want to. In other words, if you're living a great life and enjoying it, keep doing the things you like to do and do something that's like, this is good for me to do. Even if I don't want to. It's good for me to go out and be social once a month. So pick the event. I enjoy meeting new people. That if that's a lie to you, I enjoy meeting new people. That's the affirmation. Okay, but it's still going to help you override the negative feeling of I don't need or want to meet anybody. Because there's probably something in you that it would be nice. It would be fulfilling. In other words, if you had that partner, it would be great. So let's manifest it. It's great to go out once a week. I just said go out. So, in other words, there's no pressure on meeting your one. You're just going out. You see, it can feel when we meet someone and it's not a match, we immediately can go to it's empty, this is pointless, it's meaningless, I don't gel with anyone, et cetera, et cetera. Immediately you have to override it. What affirmation for yourself? I'm proud afterwards. I'm proud of myself. I did it. It's kind of like you went to the gym. I'm so happy and grateful that I am able to go out, put the time once a week, once a month, whatever it is, and have the potential that I have. You know, when you're saying it, that potential is maybe. Someone said, I definitely feel that life is better with a partner. Um, some people, yes, I like that. Oh, yeah, that's the Florence Goshen. Okay, I really want to meet organically in person. My last few relationships came from online. I just want to be and do something different this time around. I would suggest that you do both. That's all. Because men now, more than ever, are online to meet because they, it's the thing we kind of created a little bit of a monster with this. They don't need to go out and because here's the thing. If you go in your immediate area and you go and do, you always go and eat, I don't know, you always go to the same sushi bar or a burger joint or whatever it is, you're only meeting the people that go there. Online does open up other possibilities for you, for sure, but you need to do it and not have any expectations of it producing a certain number of results or when it's going to produce the results, because you want the right man to be, he could log on and start tomorrow. This is it's a constant propping ourselves up for it to some degree because it's not something we want to do. That's the whole point of this tonight. You're not going to want to, just like you don't maybe want to eat the broccoli, but it's just better for you and you don't really feel the results or get the dividends right away. It's not necessarily fun. I mean, some women have couched it as it's my part-time job, but be careful of that one. In other words, make it make it the time you want. And if part-time is only once a month I go out, the problem with online is that's not going to work. You have to be on there when you're on there. And this is why in my One Love program, cycle it. Go on and off. And when I say go off, that means use the algorithms to your advantage. Hide your profile and go off. If you're burnt out, Christina, go off for a month, minimally. Then if you start to feel like the demons are coming up. Oh, and Paige, if you got logged off, call back in because that's what happens. You have you have to know that when you're on there, you're as you continue to be on there, the algorithms don't work in your favor, and you keep getting spit the same guys, and if you're seeing it's just I'm not feeling it, I'm not getting good matches, I'm not. Hide your profile because when you come back up and you need to wait a good amount of time and you need to put a new profile picture. You can use the same other 5 or 6. Just swap out the profile picture. You're going to come up in the algorithms as new, and they're going to boost you in front of the best candidates. So that's a little trick. Okay. But again, I would cycle it, the online, on and off. But when you're on, make no mistake, everybody, when you're on, You need to be on, and you need to be checking it 3 times a day. It's like social media algorithms, online dating. So it's kind of like um, on Facebook. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, any really. But if you post and you have, say, 1,000 followers, only perhaps 100 of them will even see it. So think of it in online dating that you need to be on the platform. And when you're on, you'll be pushed out in front of appropriate guys. And to the degree that you are new and or the platform is being shown, the AI of the platform, the algorithms of the platform are being shown that you're somebody that is getting a lot of attention, they will push it out. So it's kind of using it to your advantage. So that's why if you haven't gotten a lot of good matches lately, or you feel like it's dying off or whatever, stop out, hide your profile. And when you come back up and let it go for minimally a week, 2, the longer the better. And then re-up your profile with a new profile picture. I hope that helps. Any little thing that we can do to continue to feel good. And you can do, and it works for some people. I am close to getting all that I desire and deserve, and I'm just one date away. Something like that. If that infuses you with, okay, then you go on that first meeting and no, he's not it. You just say it again. Maybe also say something that was, and I think this is very helpful, even when you're there with him, because expectations, right? Eden said, I love that. I'm putting it up. It's kind of what I said. You're only looking for one. It only takes one date. My date is coming. I would say, I am experiencing my one special date. You see, you're putting it in a here and now. I am experiencing my one special date. Not that it's coming. Okay. So it's just a little tweak of it, but that is the right idea. I am so happy and grateful that I am experiencing that special date, that special man. My one is here. He is here right now for everybody. He's there. He's somewhere right now. Is he in a car? On a plane? Still at the office? In bed? Eating dinner? He's there. Know that he's out there. You can look up at the sky and thank you, great creator, for creating my one who is there for me tonight and always. Feed your mind with it to infuse you with the wonderful thoughts, because that'll be your reality. That will be your truth. So I encourage everybody here to reframe, knowing that you don't have to want to. Just do to a degree that is going to be okay for you. That's a big difference. And don't force yourself at any time, because if you notice, likely it changes. We go through like the ups and downs. And if you're in a down and you don't want to, you're here tonight, maybe start using some of those affirmations, especially ones like, um, There is no urgency, worry, lack, limitation, or need. You can morph it and make it into what we're talking about. For example, there is no urgency, worry, lack, limitation, or need. I stay divinely in my knowing that my man is out there for me. That's it. Positive, positive, positive. And go and do things that are interesting to you, where you'll meet like-minded men. Anything within a certain circle is always good. Like someone I was talking to the other day, she said, "Oh yeah, I didn't think about it, but my company offers these conferences, and I'm not really that interested in it, so I don't sign up." It's the company. Sign up. Because yeah, you don't want to date somebody in the next cubicle, but if he's in the next building or, part of the company in some way, he's automatically uh there's some stuff in common, perhaps. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thanks for being with me and being here. And that leads very well into, please like this video, come back to it, like it, share it. If you know anybody that's having trouble reframing their dating, it's normal, it's natural, but you have to get back up on the horse, right? You're absolutely welcome. I love it. I love that you're pushing through. You are doing it. There is no urgency, worry, lack, limitation, or need. Go back, listen to these affirmations again, make your own, write them, put them to memory, and be playing them in your mind, because you must override the negatives programming or subconscious thoughts or just negative thoughts. We are designed to be attuned to what doesn't work. We are designed. The human animal is designed to learn from what doesn't work. And this is an issue in dating, because it's one of the very few things in life that works like this. But it's not a one-to-one correlation, just like the gym is not. You don't go to the gym today expecting to see results tomorrow. It's you keep putting the time in, knowing that you are getting out of it that something great. And that's what it is. So thank you for being here. Value you all for being here and doing the work. Please subscribe if you haven't. That helps the algorithms for this platform, so that I get to many more people, which helps me to keep going and keep being here for you. That I really appreciate a lot. Share, and I will see you in the next video.
I trust you got a lot of good information in this video, and I want you to have more by subscribing and clicking that red alert bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want even more, there are ways to talk to me. You can talk to me for free on the podcast. You can have a consultation with me. There are several other ways that you can check out by going to CoachPaulagrooms.com. I am available to you. Just go now to CoachPaulagrooms.com for any question, to get my book, to find out about any of my coaching programs, my self-help courses, anything at all that you need. I am here for you and want to give you all that is possible, because all is possible for you in your romantic life, and you can get what you desire and deserve. I want you to know that. I am happy you are here learning, leveling up, and I will see you in the next video.